Okay, so if you hear eating in the background, that's Merle, but we got the skid steer last night, so today we're going to be working on cleaning out the barns, and there's just so much cow poop and horse poop piled up in there that it is literally about a foot, if not more than that. So we're going to take it back down to concrete, the barns that have concrete, and then down to bare dirt in the main barn, because it's hard to walk, it's just nasty, and we can't store stuff in there, so we need to get it cleaned out. So we're going to work on that today. And then I think if we get that finished, then we need to start carrying up all the bags of blow-in insulation, because what we're gonna do is lay down a piece of fabric, like it's heavy duty fabric, and it's gonna be nailed to the rafters, and that way whenever we tear down the ceiling in the upstairs part of the house, we don't lose our insulation, which that'll be in years to come, but we're just trying to prepare for it because we don't want to lose that insulation. And then I also need to work on getting a video up today for you guys, because it's been like a week and a half since there's been one up. So that's the plans for today. This is where we're putting the manure pile. It will eventually be spread onto the fields. So that's why we're piling up in one spot. That way we can load it into the manure spreader and spread it onto the fields. Hopefully you can hear me. The wind's blowing and they're running equipment, but right here is where we used to have a burn pile where we burnt the scrap wood, and we got this cleaned up, and the one around back, because we also had one back there, and we got it cleaned. We also had a burn pile right there. Then we had the rock concrete right here from it was the mud room right here, which is, all this is still a GOM. That's why we're trying to take the time to clean it up today. We piled all the slabs over there, and that is actually going to end up being used for our driveway to help add height to it and build it up more. But we're trying to take advantage of the warm days that we have, because after these warm days, then we're going to go back inside and start working on the insulation and hopefully start on the kitchen. And all of this wood that's piled up right here, except for the logs that you see on the very bottom, the pieces of like bark wood on top, that actually came out of the barn. It was piled up in the barn. It was here before we moved in, so they dumped it over the fence, and we're actually going to burn it in the wood stove, so that's less wood that we have to cut for this year. Any of the scrap metal that we've been finding on the farm, we've been having his dad load it with the skid steer and put it on this trailer so that we can get it hauled off and out of here, because otherwise it's just laying in the field. Hopefully, we're trying to get this place cleaned up. It is a wreck, and the fields are just awful. We haven't really taken the time to clean it up, so we're trying to do that on these warm days. now tried getting the skid steer into this freestall barn, and because we need to clean this barn out really bad. The middle is concrete, and then it has like this lip right here, and then it goes into each stall. And I think there's 23 stalls on each side all the way down. But whenever it was just cows here and nobody was watching, it happened to both of our barns, the biggest barn and then this barn. The cows got in and wallered. Love to rub on stuff. Like if you ever had cows, you know how they love to lean on stuff. Well, they busted out this bottom wall, and they would get down there and lay, and they would eventually just bust through the wall, like go in and out through the walls and stuff like that. So we really need to get this cleaned out, because we want to put pigs in here, so we need to figure out something. And another thing that does not help is this is a groundhog hole, and they're wanting in there to it, but it comes out on each side of this. Like there's one right there, and here's another right here. It literally goes back and forth, side to side under this concrete. So we're honestly not sure if we put something heavy in here on this alleyway, if it would collapse, because there's tunnels dug all the way down through here from a groundhog. But for now, we're just gonna finish cleaning up all the concrete back through here. I know I'll get some questions, so I wanted to go ahead and address it, but we laid down this plastic so that the insulation could lay on top of it, because whenever we tear down the ceilings in the upstairs, which will be in a couple years, then whenever we tear it down, we don't want to lose our insulation. So this plastic is going to help hold it in place. Okay, so we just finished blowing in the insulation in the attic, and it ended up taking all of the 45 bales, bags, whatever you call it, that we got. So we have nothing to return, and we went a little bit deeper than we should have, but it'll just add to the insulation. We just went ahead and used like, because there was like 3 bags left, so we just went ahead and sprayed it. But that's gonna be it for today. What we're gonna do, we have to take the hopper back, and we actually have a dinner to go to later this evening. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out today's vlog, but thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys will like and subscribe.